So our first card here, the influences card, which is showing me that there are some issues around our internal world, our internal thoughts and feelings when it comes to how we are perceived by others, our third parties and our peers, and that for some reason this is causing us to feel quite fractured, or that we're splitting ourselves, our personality, but it just feels very chaotic. It feels like there is negative chatter going on in our internal world here, and I feel like that's pressure to conform possibly, or that we feel that we aren't good enough, or we don't have enough self-confidence or empowerment to step forward in front of those people around us, our colleagues, our friends, and our family. And it can also be that we're holding on to old attachments, old styles of behaviour, old thought processes that actually are the things that are the thorn in our side. They are holding us back. But at the moment there is this sort of depression that we can sense here. It's a lot of shadow work going on. It's the things in life that we put to one side and often don't really want to deal with. And this showing in the selling out card here, which is clarified by the abandonment card. And we have the girl who has sold out. She is trying to fit in desperately, and there's a real lack of fulfillment in life that I just sense from her eyes here in this photograph. She's literally making herself very vulnerable, but in a way that isn't authentic. So it's very good to show our vulnerable side and be discerning about who we show that to, but we must make sure that when we are being vulnerable, we are truly being ourselves. Otherwise it can make us feel quite negative about ourselves. It does actually lower our own self-confidence, and also the way we're perceived by others. That leads to inconsistencies, and that can be picked up quite easily on other people. I also feel like there is an element possibly of you feel like you're letting yourself down because you aren't really being able to speak your truth or be yourself, which is why on the abandonment card we have left out, walked away and cold. And possibly you do feel that you aren't always able to speak your mind and say the things that you want to say out loud. You aren't able to express yourself in the manner in which you want to, for fear of rejection or fear of being judged. So you are, in a way, it's almost as if we are abandoning ourselves here. And also Spirit saying to me, don't abandon hope. There's always hope. Now we've got the second chance card here, which clarified the inner child. And again, I feel like possibly these abandonment issues that we have lead back to our childhood. Now they can cause us to, as I say, abandon ourselves and our own needs, particularly if we're trying to keep other people happy or be a people pleaser. So we do end up putting our own needs aside for the needs of others. And this can lead to a feeling of lack, actually, and resentment. And so it is really difficult to change these default settings that we have, particularly when they've been around for a very long time. But very important time to sort of connect with our inner self, connect with that inner child, and see what their needs are, see where they are feeling possibly abandoned or alone or frightened, and start really delving in now to see those areas of life that are hanging on from our childhood or from earlier experiences that are affecting our current goals and our current status. Give yourself a chance, allow opportunities to come in, and if you do have these anxieties or fear over new opportunities and new offers coming in, it is just giving yourself time to navigate them and decide whether these are real fears or whether they are things that are there from an earlier period which you formed to protect yourself. There is an element of protection when we take on these fears and worries, and they become a burden over time. And it is giving ourselves that permission really to have another look, give it another perspective, view it from a different angle. But definitely something that might be coming round again, that in the past we have shut down to, but that maybe we should now allow that opportunity, just start to receive. Now we have the realization card, which clarifies the beauty card here. And I noticed that the inner child, was card 16 and the beauty card 17. So we are making progress on this work, on this inner work. But here we can see the outcome, this realization of who we are, and really understanding and getting to the bottom of these old behaviors, these old beliefs, these systems that no longer actually serve us. But it's good to see where they came from and how they helped us in the past, and it actually enables us to release them. So look for that opportunity to find clarity and enlightenment. I also feel like you're going to be getting some sort of information coming in or message, and something that's going to lead you in the right direction here with this compass. And I do feel like we're being told here with this beauty card to be led from the heart, lead with your intuition, allow yourself to make rational decisions on our life experience and knowledge, but also how does that feel? Where does that sit? And when we are more authentically ourselves and we step into our own confidence here with the peacock feathers, we're able to make those decisions from a much more secure and safe place within ourselves. Now we also have the camellia card and the peony card, very similar plants here, very similar colours and themes. So we have the peony to do with health, focus on all parts to make the whole. And I do feel that that is that integration of self. We have to accept our things that are perceived or that we perceive as negative, as well as the positive. And once we integrate that into ourselves, we become more of a whole. We are both the light and the dark. Now, this is also, peonies are about being loving and kind to ourselves and to others, and connections. So it's a lovely, because this ties in with the camellia as well, also related to love and beauty and caring connections. So in order to keep those healthy connections in our lives, we do have to ensure that first of all, we have a very healthy connection with ourselves. Now we look at the camellia peace, be calm and calm will come. And I feel like once you get that inner peace, that will start to transfer out like a mirror. We're reflecting our inner world around us, and we bring that peace into us, and that calm energy coming through here. There's a real sense of harmony once we can navigate these things that we have possibly felt difficult in the past. Now, I was really drawn to this beautiful cat's eye heart today, and I do feel like that is another reminder of our self-love, being very kind to ourselves, speaking kindly, giving ourselves permission to make mistakes, and to look back at any mistakes that we have already made and know that they were lessons and that we have had growth from them. Nothing is ever really a mistake. It's just something to learn from and move away from if it's not worth repeating. So that's a lovely reminder of self-love there. Now, there's definitely the charms that came through here, again reiterating, and it feels like there's a toxic connection. There's some sort of, it's either a repeating cycle or a connection to a person or situation or habits that needs to be broken. Okay, and you are the person that can reshape that. So it's not a case of smashing it apart, but it's just a case of reshaping it and making it work for you, making sure that you're aware of these areas and how they can work for you. Use them as your tools, use them as your discernment, use them as a warning signal, so that when these feelings or thoughts arise, instead of just freezing, we can ask ourselves, what do I need to do? What do I need to change? What is this feeling telling me? Is there something I'm missing here? Okay, so definitely something that we need to stop doing. Now, I'm also getting a sense of adventure there with that pirate card, with the pirate charm, sorry. And that always makes me feel that there is possibly travel, there is movement and change happening. And sometimes it may be that other people don't see that as a positive aspect, but for yourself, if it feels like the right thing to do and it's bringing you excitement and adventure, I would say then that is a lovely clear sign to make those changes and find more of that exhilaration in your life. Now, whatever situation it is that brings these feelings to a head, I'm being shown that this has been a long-term situation. Again, going back to that inner child, it's something that began a long time ago. So in your childhood, maybe your early life, if there have been difficulties or situations that have happened, and that has made you feel unsettled in your either your early years or in your teens, that inner child that is now reflecting those old beliefs. Our next card, give more of your time and effort. So again, it's like making sure you are giving yourself as much time as you give to other people, because having to do the work it takes time, doesn't it? And it is about prioritizing your needs and ensuring that you are feeling very harmonious within, and that will, as I say, will mirror out. That's like a ripple effect into your material life around you. And so that inner work is worth giving up a bit of your time and effort to ensure that you feel that calm and harmony around you. And also a message here of being ready to receive. Now, again, for people who are naturally very giving, it's very difficult actually to receive. And it's a message for everybody, really, isn't it? To remember that we should always be getting as much as we give. And so if you're a lovely giver in life, if you tend to please people, particularly if we have these abandonment issues, we tend to become, we just want the people around us to be happy. We feel like if we can make them happy, they won't leave, they'll stay, and we gain. But actually sometimes we are over giving. Now the message here is to be ready to receive. So ensure that you are able to receive compliments, receive good feedback, receive love. Okay, be open to those things. And it's very helpful once we start having that inner belief in ourselves and that real love and connection for who we are. It does make it easier to allow ourselves to receive, because then we do believe that we're good enough. We do believe that that people are genuine, okay, and we stop feeling like a burden to others. So yeah, definitely open up, ready to receive. It's your time to be able to get back some of the beautiful, beautiful energy that you give to others.